this whole like it reminds me of it's like dating your father. For the guy, it's like dating the woman the same age as your daughter.
High level men, let's put it like that, really high level men would never date younger women.
Wait, high level men wouldn't date younger women?
Yes,
they would.
You see new money, yes.
Well, how
Let me
young
explain.
is younger?
Okay, let me explain.
New money?
In America, a lot of men have new money, so they date young girl. But if you go, for example, to Switzerland or Monaco or Russia, a lot of men won't date officially. I'm not saying behind the scenes. Officially, they would never marry or date a younger woman because they would be embarrassed. Behind the
That's
scenes,
not
yes,
true.
a lot of women have younger lovers.
Well, I don't know about
That's
the
not true.
high status dating in Switzerland, but
It's not just in Switzerland. It's majority of the world, high level, old money, generational money. They won't date a younger woman. It would be embarrassed for
well, I
them.
don't know about old money dating
money,
either.
yeah,
But
Like,
but I just don't get this whole like daughter, like father thing because it's like, couldn't you just say the same?
I
Like,
mean, would you want to see
hold
your
on,
father
hold on,
dating
hold on.
your a girl
Hold on.
the size of your age?
Hold
of
on.
your
So it's
sister?
like similar age relationships are objectionable or sick because it's like you're dating your brother.
No,
no.
it's
He's
your
the same age.
Do you want to see your father? Wait, do you want to
No,
see
it's
your
not.
father dating some girl that could be in your sister age? How would you feel if your
My
father did
father's
it?
happily married.
No, but I'm just saying,
My
if your
dad
father
did
was
do
not,
that once.
if your
My
dad was
engaged
not,
to a 26-year-old.
wait a second, if your dad was not married, right, and he was, let's say, God forbid, separated, and you wanted to date a girl that is in your sister age, would you feel comfortable with that?
So
I
like,
wouldn't
in
feel
her
comfortable with
30s, I don't have actually any objections.
I would
I'd
not.
actually be like, good for you, dude.
I swear.
No, I would
for
not
you.
want my father to
Good for
date
you,
someone.
Dad.
But you cannot judge because life,
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't care. I'll be like, good for you. Okay. I mean, I don't care.
some people do it, some people don't. We cannot control it.
I mean, I think when the age gap gets big, like big enough, you do have to start thinking about the motivations, not so much of the man, but of
And the reasons, the
Of
reasons.
course.
because it's like a 20-year-old dating a 30-year-old. It's not immediately clear if it's like she's with him for the money.
But look at Cher's boyfriend.
If it's a 30-year-old with an 80-year-old,
Okay.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's-
Like,
Okay,
come on.
yeah,
You're like
yeah.
in your sexual prime
Yeah.
and you're really gonna like shack up with this
It's,
guy.
like,
Like, come on.
different.
I always am like, what the fuck? I would choose sex
You're
over
right.
money
It's what I said
anytime.
before.
Like,
Women
money
trade
only does
values
so
for
much.
money.
Like,
Definitely.
Yeah,
Or
go
It's a
paper.
personal one.
cares at the
So
end of the day.
hang on, Desiree. I don't think my dad's gonna watch this, but my dad, when I was 24, he slept with a 22-year-old, and it made me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I had the same
I really hope he doesn't watch this.
I had the same experience.
But it just made because I was like, Dad, that's disgusting. She's younger than me. I'm your daughter.
I
Like,
was like,
and
what are we
I
gonna bring her to
associated it.
parents'
That's
day
just
at
the truth.
college? Like, what the fuck is
Okay,
this?
well, it
No,
made you
dude.
Desiree, I don't know what you're.
Yeah, these women are too emotional. Like, why are you worried about what your dad is doing? Like mind your business as a kid. Like when we were growing up, you're not supposed to be in adults' business. Leave the business of the adults to the adults. Why are you worried about what your dad is doing? If he's not committing a crime, why are you worried about it?
You're saying.
it made you feel a certain way,
You're
I
absolutely right.
guess. But
In that way, I mean,
I'm
and
just
then
saying. I
we-
felt
It's
weird.
just a creepy vibe because then you start thinking,
Hang on.
oh God, what is
Yeah.
the man thinking about me?
I agree
You know,
with
it's
you.
just
Yeah.
a weird mind trip.
no, she
Grace?
didn't.
I personally think it's weird if you're like if you're under the age of 25 dating someone like 10 years older.
Yes.
If that makes
When
sense.
the woman in her 30s, it's different, but she's
I-
right.
I think anyone under the age of like 25 should date someone within their range.
Yeah.
If they're like
Mhm.
in their like
Absolutely right.
30s dating someone that's older, that's fine because they have their life together.
Full frontal lobe.
Definitely.
Their full frontal lobe is developed at that point. But I don't think like let's
Here we go with this frontal lobe BS. I hate this frontal lobe BS. Like, you know why I hate this shit so much? Because women claim their frontal lobe is not developed if something doesn't benefit them. But when a woman, an OnlyFans girl, takes what's the guy's name? Money from him, Shannon Sharp, when she takes money from him, they don't talk about the frontal lobe. So when a woman wants a man for money, even if she's not 25 yet, they call it go queen, do what works for you, don't lower your standards, because she wants a guy who has money. But when an older guy wants a younger woman, oh, her frontal lobe is not developed. Oh my God, don't try to date younger women. Their frontal lobes are not developed. So why don't they say the same thing when the so-called younger women with frontal lobes that are not developed want men with money? So it only works when it's men who want women, but when women want tall guys, good-looking guys, celebrities, and rich guys, then their frontal lobe is developed, or at that point it doesn't matter. Like that actually pisses me off.
Say like someone my age dating like a 40-year-old.
Oh, well, I mean,
Like,
So, but can I hear an actual argument for why it's wrong?
I tell you why it's
Like, I get that it makes you feel it's gross, but like, can I hear an actual argument?
First of
for,
all-
like,
first of
how or
all-
why it's wrong?
energetically.
What?
And listen to me, energetically, your energy when you're in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s, it's completely different thing.
You're
Okay.
right. I don't
But other
wanna
people
date
like a younger
jaded,
girl.
Wait, let
bitter
me explain.
35-year-old.
Today,
lady.
men, listen. Today, men in their
will,
50s
but
and
you can't.
60s, they want to sleep with younger women. They have to take Viagra or all these
So,
pills.
so what? The younger women want money from those guys. So what's the issue?
A lot of them, when they get older, they have to take pills in
Okay.
order.
Not
And the
all
younger
of them.
girls wait, and younger girls want to have more sex. So in the beginning, they get
want
excited,
money.
but when they get a little bit more older, everything changes. She wants to go out. She want to, she feel like she already raised the kid. She want to do things, and he's already becoming really old. Between you and me, for a woman, it suck. Young women, they don't understand it. To get married with an older guy, for a woman,
Well,
it
hold
suck.
on.
For
Okay.
the man,
And you guys notice it's an older woman who's complaining that men want younger women, right? You notice that she's the loudest in the room. I'm sure these other women are way younger than her, but she's complaining because the men her age don't want her. The men her age want these other younger women.
and it's
You're
perfect.
talking about like 50, 60-year-olds.
Yeah,
So here, we'll
okay.
just use me as the guinea pig. I'm 35. I'm
Yes.
35.
Hmm.
What would actually be wrong? Like, make actual arguments besides it's
18-year-old?
gross and icky.
It's
No,
not
let's
wrong.
Say 20. Let's say 20.
It's not
20's
wrong.
fine.
If you want to
What-
have sex with a
What is
21-year-old.
your
I was at
reason for
21.
being interested in a 20-year-old? What's your reasoning?
The truth, a young vagina. That's
No,
what
no,
they
no,
want.
young
Is that-
vagina.
No, no,
It doesn't
no.
make
is
it
that
better,
your
though.
reasoning, though?
And just
Or
to be
did she
clear,
put
like
words in your
I would date a woman from 18 to
He
40.
doesn't care because he like.
But what's-
gross
but
Maybe
what-
I'll give a 50-year-old a
But
chance.
what would
No.
what would be the reason
No.
to be interested in somebody that's that young?
What would be the reason for younger women refusing to date younger men only to go for older men who have money? They never talk about that part. You guys know that? They only talk about what a man's preferences is and why it's an issue. They never talk about a woman's preferences. Why do women only want tall guys? Why do they only want guys with money? Right? Why do they only want guys who are going to take them to dinner dates instead of coffee dates? They never talk about that. They're only focused on a man's preferences.
What would be she's attractive, she's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think 20 is crazy though.
I think so. Like, but you said you would date somebody from 18 to 40.
Sure,
So you
18
think
to
you
40.
can think 40-years are also attractive and cool,
Sure.
right?
There's
Right?
probably
Okay.
older.
That's valid.
I think when I was 32, 33, I dated like a 45-year-old.
So that's valid. But
No
if
kids.
you're
Half white, half
dating
Asian.
somebody that's
specifically talking.
if you're dating somebody that's 20 years old, what
So it's
do
not
you?
like I'm exclusively.
Yeah, no,
dating-
that's
Yeah.
fine because I think a lot of men get into like the rhetoric of, oh, like I want to date a young girl because she's in her prime,
The
and I
same
think
way
that
women
that's like
want
a
men
stupid
with
argument to make.
money.
But if you're making the argument that you would date somebody with such a wide age range, then that's
I'd
fine. But I think that like what do you have in common, first of all, within your life?
Whoa.
Within your life, with your maturity level, with your interests, with
Sure.
life experience, what do you have in common with somebody who's 18?
Let's say nothing. What does a woman who wants a man for his money have in common with him? Clearly, she doesn't have money. If she wants him to have way more money than him, where's the commonality there? Nothing. She just wants money. She wants what she wants. So men want what they want. Why is it that when a man has preferences, then it's an issue? Why does a short woman who's 5'1" want a tall guy? She's never going to ask that question.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think having things in common is a high
Well,
priority?
I think that it is a priority when you're dating people that are in formative like years of their life. I think it's very important
Having things in common.
to
Can I ask
be
you a question?
yeah.
So, like the person in your life who's a male who you've had the most in common with, did you end up dating him?
No.
Well, so it's clear to me then that commonality
It's not a big
is not is not the
It's not a
ultimate
priority.
or even the penultimate or even the tertiary or even the 10th most important thing.
But what do you? But
Commonality is irrelevant.
it's not commonality.
It's just, am I attracted to them?
Compatibility. But like, why are you attracted to somebody that that is so
I'm gonna be very
infantilized to
I'm
you?
gonna- Well,
In
say that
comparison-
word again.
Infantilized in comparison to you,
Infant?
because an
Are we using the-
18-year-old.
You're talking about a 20-year-old infant?
Yes.
20 since
Yeah,
when have
I'm an infant compared to you mentally.
No,
No,
Yeah.
you're not.
Since when
You're
has-
just a younger adult. You're not an infant. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys, this shit is so annoying. 20-year-old women are calling themselves infants. So a baby is an infant, but now 20-year-old women are calling themselves infants. This shit is crazy. So she's calling herself an infant because an older guy wants her. But when it comes to her wanting a man who's tall and who has money, she's not going to call herself a gold digger. This some woman, if you asked her, if she says she wants a rich man and you call her a gold digger, she's going to say you're shaming her. But she's calling herself an infant for being 20 years old.
I'm
Hold on.
23. I'm much
Since
younger.
when
than you.
have infants been 20-year-olds?
I don't know.
I said infantilized.
Women.
Look up the definition of
Okay.
What is this
infantilized.
generation? They like the little
Infantilized.
babies. We can't say anything anymore.
Infants.
They literally can't handle one wrong
The-
word or they're gonna die, I guess.
So, infantilizing,
Hmm.
treat someone as a child or in a way which denies their maturity in age or experience.
Right. So
How would it
infantilized
be-
doesn't mean they
Wouldn't
are a
that
child.
be the opposite
it means
of
that they are
hold on,
comparative
hold
to
on.
a child.
Wouldn't it be the opposite of infantilizing for me as or any man who's in his 30s to view a woman in their 20s as worthy of a relationship?
That's a valid
Exactly.
point. But
No,
Oh
it
my
would be the
God.
opposite.
but
She's
here's the thing:
mature
you're
enough.
not
She's- hold on.
infantilizing them. They
I
are
deem her-
infantilized in comparison to you.
No.
That wasn't the statement. The
It's the-
statement I didn't make was that
You
you
said
were
it's
infantilizing them.
infantilizing.
I said
You said
I
it's
said they are
infantilizing.
infantilized in comparison to you because they
you
are
don't know
much
that-
younger
I read
than
the
you.
definition
They're not
for
the
you.
same.
I just read the
Okay,
definition.
but you're using the definition in an
Devon
incorrect
Jackson
way.
donated
What?
$100.
What?
What can a 35-year-old man have in common with a 30-year-old woman that he can't also
That's a good
have in
question.
common with a
That's a really good
20-year-old
question,
woman and you're an infant who's fucking 6 different men?
Okay,
WTF are you on?
let's get back to
No.
let's get back
I actually
to how
want you to answer this question.
Okay, wait.
I want you to
Yeah,
answer this
question.
question.
I got to read the question, or can someone read it for me? I can't see it.
Okay, so what can a 35-year-old man have in common with a 30-year-old woman that he can't also have in common with a 20-year-old woman?
What stage in
Just
life?
say, just
What
say.
stage in life are 20-year-olds in, and what stage in life
We
are
don't
30-year-olds?
care. Just answer the fucking question. You claimed a man who's 35 cannot have anything in common with a 20-year-old. So we're asking, what's the difference? Tell us those so-called common things he would not be able to have with a 20-year-old woman. What are those things? And then she goes back to ask a different question.
Like what part of their life in their formative years are they in?
We don't
So let me
care.
ask you a question.
Okay, let's go.
Hold on, no, I'll
okay.
engage with you on the stage
Okay.
of life thing.
Go.
So let's assume for a second that are you familiar with this term failure to launch?
Yeah.
So somebody who they haven't gone to school, they haven't gotten really a job.
Mhm.
They stayed at their home and kind of fucked around and
Mhm.
did nothing. And they're 35, 35-year-old man
Yeah.
who's just
Failure to
no
launch.
college degree,
And
failure to launch, never had a girlfriend, nothing.
and
right?
don't you find
And then compare it to a boss babe,
Mhm.
22-year-old who just
Yeah.
graduated college and she's going off to get a $100K a year job.
And don't you find that suspect that a 35-year-old man would it be a failure to launch and have something in common with an 18-year-old?
Oh my god, oh my god, guys, I can't watch this anymore. She's pissing me off. I'm sorry, oh my god, I don't know how Brian does this every week. Oh my god, I'm speechless. I don't know about you guys, but if I'm pissed off, I can guarantee some of you guys in the chat are pissed off. So shout out to Brian. I'll put the link down below.